Hello. Hello everybody, my name is Sushma and today we're going to talk about winter. We are in October, the flu season is fast approaching and people are preparing for winter. And I would say the best way for you to prepare for winter is to make some special foods such as the master tonic, such as sauerkraut, such as a host of ferments that'll protect you against bad pathogenic viruses, that'll give you the good bacteria, the good enzymes that will shore up your immune system and your health. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the role of pathogens in health. There were two men, one by the name of Louis Pasteur and his mentor, a professor in a French university by the name of Antoine Bouchard, and they both studied microbes, and they came to very different conclusions regarding microbes. Antoine Bouchard's his position was that microbes are not inherently evil. The bulk of them are actually very good for us. They didn't know that our gut contained 3-4 pounds of bacteria back then. They did not know about the helpful microRNA and other enzymes and short-chain fatty acids and vitamins and minerals that bacteria and viruses give to us. But Antoine Bouchard had some thoughts, and what he thought, or what he believed, was that it's not the bacteria that make you sick, it's the terrain. It's the soil that makes you sick. It's your body's compromised immune system that makes those bacteria and viruses attack it. And so they are actually an adaptive mechanism that the body uses to heal itself through a crisis, through a fever, through coughs and colds and diarrheas and vomiting. They are not the disease itself. Louis Pasteur, on the other hand, thought of bugs as bad guys that needed to be exterminated. Unfortunately, in the last 150 years, Louis Pasteur's views prevailed. And why did they prevail? They prevailed because it's easier to blame the bug than it is to blame the human body. It's easier to say that is the poison that's from that bug, and if I only exterminated that bug, I would get better. And so what happened? Now we have an epidemic, not an epidemic, but it's a tsunami of antibiotics, antivirals, antifungals, and what do? They wipe out the most critical component in our bodies. They wipe out an organ that has the metabolic capacity of a liver in our body, and with the result that there's so much more sickness from the very treatments that are supposed to protect us. So people get antibiotic after antibiotic after antibiotic, and guess what? They keep getting sicker and sicker and sicker as their friendly microbes vanish to be replaced by nothing as their body continues to be depleted of minerals, vitamins, enzymes, the simple, raw, rugged power that the bacteria and viruses confer upon you. And so we now administer about 8 antibiotics per person per year in the United States. Yes, there's antibiotic resistance, but we're not understanding the fundamental tenet of life, and that is when you get sick, it is because your terrain is weak. And the key to getting well again, even when you're horribly sick, even when you're coughing and spitting and got high fever, those are signs and symptoms that you're actually getting well. And when you mess with that process by taking drugs like antibiotics or steroids, you're actually destroying your health in a very, very big way. So I see people who at the beginning of the flu season get the flu, for which they get Tamiflu, or for which in anticipation, especially if they're a senior citizen, they're given antibiotics. The antibiotics wipe out their gut bacteria, they wipe out the bacteria on their skin. They cannot make vitamin D from sunshine anymore. Guys, you need bacteria to make vitamin D from the sun on your skin. And so as the bacteria and viral counts go down, they get sicker and sicker through winter. So instead of talking about what goes wrong, I wanted to talk about what you can do about this winter season for yourself and your family. Number one, make the Master Tonic. The Master Tonic is equal parts onions, ginger, garlic, turmeric, horseradish, and jalapeno or any hot peppers. Ground up coarsely, chopped up coarsely, thrown into a mason jar, covered with apple cider vinegar. There's nothing that is more antiviral, more antibacterial, more conferring of minerals and vitamins and enzymes upon your body than the Master Tonic. Throw that in your soups and stews and salads, and you'll have a delicious medicine. The second thing is to eat a lot of saturated fats. Saturated fats are what form 40% of your cells, your cell membrane, and these are the gates, the gateways, the policemen that actually protect you from disease. So feel free to eat lots of saturated fat, in particular animal saturated fats. Why, you might ask? Can anyone guess? Why would you want to eat animal saturated fats in winter? It is because the animal saturated fats from animals that have wandered around on pasture have the vitamin D. They have fat soluble vitamins A, D, K, and E, and they fight infections all winter long. So if you didn't buy my raw butter, buy it next year. Get on the butter purchase. But eat lots of butter, schmaltz, tallow, lard from animals that have been on pasture, and your health will never be better. Drink a lot of broth. Make your own broth. Drink it every day. Drink a half gallon of broth. It's so easy. You just take animal bones, throw water in it, boil it, and boil it, and boil it, and just leave it on your stove. You just turn it on to boil every day, switch it off. Turn it on, switch it off. What you're trying to do is get your body replete with bacteria and viruses. You're trying to get your body replete with all sorts of fats that are rich in the fat-soluble vitamins, and you are getting anti-infective agents that'll keep you healed. If you were to eat antibiotics and antivirals even once in winter, you're setting up a cascade of disaster, cycle after cycle after cycle. The other thing I would heartily recommend is herbals and homeopathy. At the first sign of a violent acute attack of something in your children, give them aconite in the first 24 hours. Look at belladonna. If they have high fever, no thirst, no sweat, give them belladonna. These are effective medications that do not have side effects. Tamiflu has side effects. The flu shot has immense side effects. 75% of the awards that are given out to people in the VAERS program are as a result of damage and death from the flu shot. So what you want to do is focus on healing your body. Remember the contest between Antoine Béchamp and Louis Pasteur. Antoine Béchamp was the smart one who encouraged us to live with our microbes. People get well from cancer. People get well from potent, chronic, deadly disease if they encourage bacteria and viruses into their lives. And yes, my body has Streptococcus mutans. It has a whole bunch of pathogens. My gut has E. coli in it. The reason I'm alive is I have 80% other bacteria and viruses that are very friendly, that are keeping checks and balances alive in my body. So this winter season, focus on making yourself a broth. Make yourself some mayonnaise so you get some good fats. Make yourself some hollandaise sauce so you get even better fats. Get some sunshine. Don't wash your skin with soaps and shampoos and antiseptic Purells. Let the bacteria grow on your skin and walk out in the sun with the bacteria. There's about 32 million per square inch of your skin. They will react with the cholesterol sulfate on your skin to help you make vitamin D. And that's a potent infection-fighting hormone. That's a potent heart attack and stroke-fighting hormone / vitamin. And I encourage you to try and make yourself some broth. It's as simple as that. Master Tonic, saturated fats, some broth, and lots of ferments to keep those gut bacteria giving you the medicines you need on demand. Your gut bacteria make B vitamins on demand. They make practically every kind of water-soluble vitamin. They make short-chain fatty acids. They keep you from getting diabetes and heart disease. Do it. If you have a leaky gut, you need to have a far more limited repertoire of foods. But all of these foods, the Master Tonic, the broth, the fermented foods, are good for a leaky gut. Maybe fermented foods in a smaller amount, but the fats in particular are very, very good for a leaky gut. So here's to your good health. I hope you take good care of yourself this winter. I hope there's no antibiotics, no Tylenol, no paracetamol, no steroids in your life. Here's to your good health with good, healthy food. And if you have any other recommendations, please post them down under. Elderberry syrup and a whole host of other things, along with recipes. And I hope this winter is a wonderful, joy-filled, festival-filled, and food-filled winter for you. Because food is truly medicine.